Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. We'll watch the Chicago Bulls in this one as they go up against the Boston Celtics here in Boston. With Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines tonight, Allie LaForce. All right, a chance to check out stats for Jaylen Brown.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
A look at the Bulls starting lineup. At the guards, it's Giddey at the 1 with White at the 2. Buzelis out there with Okoro. And it's Vucevic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Boston, the wing pairing, it's White and Brown.
Here we go.
Then it's Anthony Simons. Then there's Sam Hauser. And it's Queta in at the center position. As the weeks fly by in the NBA, RJ, what changes are made at the player level? What are these players looking at, trying to work on, and aiming for?
It's just hard to see. It depends on the individual. For me, you just need to prioritize basketball, start blocking out any and all noise.
And so it's the Bulls getting on the board first. Here's White. Hits it from three-point range.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Giddey with it, and Simons picks him up defensively.
And if he sniffs the rim, he's attacking. Giddey not messing around when he gets in close like that.
Simons surveying the D. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
It's blocked, and they get it back. And White kicks to Okoro. Just 5 to shoot. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on White. It's his first trip to the line.
The line for the Bulls, Isaac Okoro. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Thanks. Well, it took a while this summer, but the Bulls were finally able to get an extension done with their bright young point guard, Josh Giddey. In a buyer's market, they could afford to bargain for a team-friendly deal. And after some overreaches in the past, their disciplined approach stands out.
A good strategy. Thank you, Shams. Here's White. And the Celtics hit again from deep. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Back to Giddey. Giddey sets the pick for Vucevic. A three-pointer, no good. Boston is gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Giddey against Simon. Inside. Here's Queta. A high post shot. Rebound by the Bulls. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
Yeah, a really close game between these two in that last matchup. It took a total team effort for them to get the win.
Anytime you get starter-level production out of the second unit, you put yourself in a position to succeed.
Now, here's Simon. He had 16 points in the win against Sacramento. To the inside. And it's Hauser in the corner. And again, Boston with the triple.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Here's Giddey. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Pass to White. Fires the 3. To the left wing. Here's Okoro. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And Simons has got the ball here for Boston. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
It really is fun seeing an offensive function like a well-oiled machine. I'll be interested to see if they can keep doing this.
Bulls trail by 8. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Vucevic to stop the run. Banked in off the glass.
On the interior, Vooch, look, this man has so many moves to account for.
Celtics leading by 6. Here's Brown. Hasn't made one yet. And Brown throws it down.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot, but when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
Here's Buzelis, following the bucket by the Celtics. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Giddey. Rebound by the Celtics.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Outside, White. Tries it from the top of the key, and there are the Celtics with another basket.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for him.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey, the Bulls are going younger. Coach Billy Donovan said we don't want to be just stuck in the middle. There's no question about that, but it's always about the integrity of competition. The building out part is identifying guys that are going to help us move forward. Guys?
Taking the long view. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. And a chance now to look at the small forwards who have been dominant this season offensively. Number 1, Jaylen Brown.
You know, call him whatever you want. The bottom line is he just finds a way to score. And when he gets going, he can tear the rest of the NBA to shreds.
That's one thing we've learned about him. When he gets on a hot streak, it can be a long time before he cools down.
Vucevic, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Boston.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And something else that's working for them is ball movement. A lot of their points so far have come as a result of smart plays.
Now, here's Simons. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Former dunk contest champion Anfernee Simons. Greg, also a threat from deep.
Yeah, over half his shots coming from long range. I mean, he's not exactly a point guard or a lockdown defender, but if you need a bucket, that he can provide.
And Simons drops them both.
Well, when you send him to the line, you know what the outcome is likely to be.
White against White. Vucevic is screen on White. And it's White missing. Celtics leading by 9. Simons with the ball. White finds Hauser. They set the pick. It's Brown on the wing. Covered by Okoro. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
And with the chance, let's take a look now at the numbers for Jaylen Brown. He's putting up 29 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. And when they need to add defense, that's who they look to.
It's hard to find defensive spark plugs, but he is one of them. The whole team comes alive on D when he's in the game.
Now here's Giddey. Pass to Buzelis. They get it again. Tries again. And it's Vucevic missing.
Had enough room to finish, and that's what he'll usually make.
Here's Pritchard. Brown feeling out a bit. Boston needs to get off a shot. Queta, the pass to Pritchard. That 3 off the mark. And it's Jones with the ball for Chicago. They trail by 9 points. Pass to Buzelis. And he's good on the 3 ball.
And Buzelis continues to work on improving
his three ball. When he's hitting from there, everything else becomes easier.
Here's Pritchard. Really played well against Sacramento in his last outing. Down low, trying to find Vucevic. Gets it to him. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. Nailed from three-point land. And now just a 3-point Celtic lead.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Pritchard against Jones. There's 53 seconds left here in the opening quarter.
There's that leaping ability. Brown, he just gets up so easy.
Bulls trail by 5. Giddey the pass to Vucevic. From about 16, rebound Boston. Brown outside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to go on Dosunmu.
Love the aggression from Brown. A tough cover for any defender out there.
That one is off. Some changes for Chicago. Jalen Smith, he's checked in for Vucevic. Williams comes in for Buzelis. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Josh Giddey. And he sinks the second.
Brown, now an elite scorer in this league, really does it all.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And here's Huerter. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Screen by Smith. Huerter, no good. And so it's the Boston Celtics with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And we'll be back with you shortly. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified some weaknesses, and they are exploiting them.
So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. We've got Williams. Jones is out there with Kevin Huerter. And it's Smith, and it's Dosunmu in at the 3.
Whoa, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Here's Huerter, and they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Offensive rebound. Stolen by Jones. To the paint. Here's Dosunmu. It's rebounded by Walsh.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Right wing. Jones against Pritchard. Pass to Walsh. Shot clock at 6. Oh, good with the triple. Bulls trail by 6. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Dosunmu finds Williams. To the middle. Here's Smith. Boucher with the rebound.
Look, I'll give him an A for effort for trying to dunk through the defense, but maybe he should ease up on that one just a little bit.
Here's Pritchard. Here's Tillman. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Boston shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Okoro, he's checked in for Dosunmu. Light comes in for Kevin Huerter. And Josh Giddey subbed in for Trey Jones. Now here's Giddey. And the Bulls with another miss. Celtics leading by 8. Now Brown. There's the pick. To the paint. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup. Tillman's got 4 points now in the quarter. And the dunk by Smith.
Always has his head up. Giddey unselfish with it.
The Celtics have gone 2 of 5 in the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. When it comes to Jaylen Brown, Greg, what qualities does he add to a team?
Well, I love how active and physical he is. He poses such a difficult challenge on both sides of the ball. With a Finals MVP award to his credit, you know he's as mentally tough as anyone in our league.
And here are the Bulls now, following the bucket by the Celtics. Pass to Okoro. Now here is Smith. A 3. Rebounded by Hauser.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Back to Brown. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Simons has it in the corner. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And now we go to the 2K leaderboard. What a season it's been for these teams on the offensive glass. Third spot, the Celtics.
And just having a terrific year on the offensive glass, it's because everybody buys in. Not just the big men, but even the guards are getting in on the act.
Boston making a switch here. Cade is checked in, and a change for the Bulls. Booz Ellis is checked in for Williams. And so Brown will bring it up for the Celtics. Brown putting it on the deck, and he banks in the layup. Brown's got the lead up to 10 now for the Celtics.
Look, it can be simple. Read the defense, call the play. Brown can really do it all.
White against Simons. Pass to Booz Ellis. Here's Giddey. No good on the triple. Celtics leading by 10. Now here's Simons. He has 6. And here is Brown. And it's Chicago with the rebound. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And you gotta love a team that can maintain its composure on the road, take good shots, and knock them down with confidence.
They took the air out of the crowd again and again with big shots. They never let the fans become a factor.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Baseline try. Pass to Hauser. They set the pick. And a miss there on the triple.
He just looks off this quarter. Looks like he's forcing it a bit right now. A little bit in his head.
And it's White missing. Celtics leading by 10. Here's Hauser. He's coming off a 10-point game against Sacramento. Round the pass to Pritchard. Now Hauser. Pass to Brown. Shoots over White. Here's Pritchard. Now here's Simons. And there's the drive. Nice shot from the wing. Simons has got 8 points. When you look at the recent big threes in the NBA, RJ, it seems like they failed more than they've succeeded.
That's because some teams just acquire stars without considering how their games will complement each other, often forcing guys into a role that they're not suited for.
Derek White's checked in for the Celtics. And a change for the Bulls. Vucevic is checked in. Pass to Giddey. Vucevic is screen on Simon. Here's Giddey. Almost, but it rolls out.
some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Boston making a switch here. Tillman's checked in. Celtics leading by 10. Brown outside. Launches it, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Over to the left wing. Giddey sets the pick for Okoro. Back to Giddey. Pass to Vucevic. Here's Giddey. Bulls moving the ball around. 4 on the clock. Here's Buzelis. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Simons with the ball. Defended by Giddey. White, a screen on White. And here's Brown outside. Knocks down the 3-ball. Brown's got the lead up to 13 now for Boston. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Pass to Okoro. White against White. And stolen by Simon. Stolen by Okoro. Goes up at the stripe. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Now, here's Simon. 8 points for him. Yep, that one goes in there. Simons has got 10.
Oh, gritty inside. Simons amongst the big bodies.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Vucevic. At the elbow, it's Okoro. 6 on the shot clock. On the top of the key, they get it back. Simons up top. Here's White. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Boston. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Two quarters of play completed as we welcome you to take a look at some of the upcoming games on the schedule. It'll be the Wizards out at Capital One Arena against the Kings. That gets going at 6 p.m. Eastern.
That one's going to be pretty close, I think.
And let's talk now about the game we've been watching. What a terrific first half for the Boston Celtics.
Their efficiency on offense has been off the charts. Credit them for coming out and executing.
The players are happy. The coaches are happy. Let's see if that sticks in half number 2. And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, Derek White has been exceptional here, guys.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And it's time for an injury report.
Thank you. I just talked with Boston's head athletic trainer. He let me know that it's a strained hip. which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. Though it'll take some time to fully recovery from this injury, the staff has given him the green light to play on it. Guys?
Good information as always, Allie. We thank you.
Yeah, it's always good to get a little bit more clarity on that situation.
The wing pairing, it's White and Brown. Then there's Sam Hauser. Then it's Anthony Simons. And it's Queta in at the 5 spot. That's the Boston 5. Here's Buzelis, following the basket by Derek White. Pass to Giddey. Here's Vucevic. The rebound by Queta. Queta's got 8 rebounds in this game.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
3-pointer, Simon. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists now in this one. And Richard, I'll say this. Jaylen Brown's often at the heart of a debate about what his true value is. I think it's immense.
Oh, I don't know what the debate is. I don't know the difference between megastar, superstar, but he is a proven all-star, an all-NBA player, and a finals MVP.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks, Kevin. Kobe White becoming an offensive focal point, saying it means a lot that my coaches and my teammates trust me. The only thing that can prepare you for this is going through it. For me to become the player I want to be, I need those moments. It's all part of the learning process and the journey. Back to you, Kev.
All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. Brown, good.
And this has been a nice start to the second half. They're 3 out of 4 in the rhythm on the offense right now.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
The shot by Buzelis, no good.
Just an ugly show for him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
Now a chance to examine the rebounding numbers over the past months for Jalen Smith.
What a great trend it's been for him in terms of his rebounding. He's been getting after it on the glass these past few months. His numbers are way up, and that makes him so much more effective as an all-around contributor.
Second free throw, no good. And it seems, Richard, sometimes the best player on a team isn't necessarily their leader. You've been on a lot of teams, a lot of great players. Do you agree?
Well, at the very least, you need your best player to be the tone setter. They don't have to be very vocal, but their work ethic and their accountability has to be the highest.
Again, the miss by the Celtics. Bulls trail by 19. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And another turnover here by Chicago. And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Bulls. On Sunday, they'll be facing Bam Adebayo and the Miami Heat. Then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And looking at the Toronto matchup, they'll need to be at their best for this contest. Anything short of excellence, and they'll be in for a rough ride.
Once a weakness in Brown's arsenal, now he's a legitimate threat to burn you from deep.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy.
And with the break in the action, let's look at the stats for White. Averaging 17 points per game, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
I think if you talk to anyone on this team, they believe in his abilities about 1,000%.
Buzelis with the ball. Hauser defending. Giddey the pass to White. Down low, Vucevic. That's it, and he's 7 for 12 now in the game.
No question, Vucevic is locked in right now, just giving a ton of energy on that offensive end.
Simons against Giddey. Wide a screen on Giddey. Simons, the pass to Queta. Rebounded by Vucevic. Bulls trail by 20. Giddey with it. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Pass to Okoro. And here's Vucevic. Fades and shoots. Again, Chicago.
Yeah, Vuce will do this to you. He's not scared of that mid-range. He's a midi master.
And here is Simon. He's got 13. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Simons has got 15.
No, he's been locked all the way in from the floor, and he's the number one reason why they're winning right now.
White setting the pick for Vucevic. Pass to Buzelis. On the wing, Giddey. Misses the three.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
White, a screen on Giddey. Outside, White jacks up a three. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Giddey's got 4 rebounds now tonight. A floater. He gets that one.
He's got some touch. Giddey delicate with that one.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Pritchard, he's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Jones is checked in. Here's Pritchard. No scoring in this one. Outside, Simons. And the slam dunk by Simons.
And this is what Simons does best. Once he catches fire, this guy is a tough one to put out.
Now Jones, he's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. And that one drops for him.
If they're going to want to close the gap, they're going to need to start running more sets through him. Let your stars lead the way. Come on.
Now, here's Simon. He's got 17. It's tipped. It's stolen by Vucevic. Here's Buzelis. Vucevic trying to get open. Buzelis' shot is good. Buzelis has got 5 points so far. White against Simon. White, a screen on White. Goes up the baseline, and it's Simons missing. Bulls trail by 16. Jones kicks to Okoro. Outside, White. Vucevic, a screen on Simon. Here's White. Three-pointers off the mark.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Now, here's Simon. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new grouping. Jalen Smith, he's checked in for Vucevic. Williams comes in for Buzelis. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Okoro. And Josh Giddey subbed in for White.
And I know Giddey would rather shoot threes straight on, but being versatile makes him even more effective.
Greg, we have another up-and-comer from down under, Josh Giddey.
I mean, a lot of young talent coming to the NBA by way of Australia. With great skill development programs showing in Giddey, who stands 6'8", but plays like a small point guard.
And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. 17-point game. Williams a screen on Brown. Giddey kicks to Smith. A rebound by the Celtics. 22 is their biggest lead. Next up in the docket, the Bucks following this one. That'll be the final game of this 5-game homestand. Pass to Walsh. Brown against Huerter. 5 to shoot. Tries it from 19. And another basket for Boston.
You see the confidence building in Brown offensively. First, it was taking over stretches. Now, it's taking over games.
Now here's Giddey. Smith for 3. No good on the last second attempt there. Jaylen Brown has been leading the charge for Boston. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
Hold your ground. Don't let him back your way in. Just hold your ground. The other thing, too, is once he picks the ball up, he's not going to shoot it. If he does, just stay down on him.
I like the way the Donovan's conveying that scouting report to his guys.
I mean, knowing how your opponent plays is important, and I think he's on point on this one.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. They've got Trey Jones. Smith is out there with Patrick Williams. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Herter in at the 3 spot. And they double up Brown. Stolen away. It's Giddey with the drive.
And I love watching Giddey take it strong to the basket. The D has got to be aware of it.
Celtics leading by 17. Giddey against Brown. Pass to Pritchard. And they double up Brown. This ball movement by Boston. Here's Walsh. He's defended by Herter. Here's Tillman over Williams. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Bulls trail by 17. Outside, Jones. Outside, Williams. Back to Herter. Inside, here's Smith. And Boston with the rebound. Boucher's got 4 rebounds in this game. Brown the pass to Walsh. Brown against Giddey. And they double up Brown. Pritchard with a wide open look. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Pritchard's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Good stuff from Brown, providing the assist. He's made giant strides in his passing game.
Williams kicks to Herter. Out to Smith, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Herter.
There's one for the low light. Wow. I'm not sure who messed up the pass, but look, somebody did.
Boston making a switch here. Kate is checked in. Buzelis is checked in for Chicago. And they double up Brown. At the tip, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
He'll be around the rim. Defense has always got to know his whereabouts.
To the inside, Smith. And it's Smith finishing it off.
Yeah, and in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Walsh can't get it to go.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go. A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Now here's Brown. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Pass to Pritchard. Brown outside. Pritchard, he's open. Here's Queta. Sweet move. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance him, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
The shot by Buzelis, no good.
He's not making much of an impact from deep. His sole three-pointer came in the first half.
Here's Walsh. Pass to Pritchard. Now here's Brown. Over Giddey. And Jones pulls it down. And it's Jones with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
Look at the moves from Buzelis. The big fella showing great quickness on the attack.
Brown with it. Pass to Boucher. And they double up Brown. Boucher in the post. Covered by Smith. Boucher's shot is off. Bulls trail by 18. Back to Giddey. Lets it go from deep. Boucher with the rebound. Boucher's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Well, his shooting is unfortunately not helping things. And his lackluster accuracy is probably the thing that's keeping them behind.
Walsh. Boston again missing. For Chicago, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. In the corner, it's Buzelis. And it's off from three-point range. Celtics leading by 18. Pass to Queta. Jones against Pritchard. Boucher sets a screen for Pritchard. And here is Brown. Over Buzelis. It's rebounded by Giddey. Giddey's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Buzelis. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got his 4th assist in this one. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. And now we'll take a moment for our presentation of our player of the game, Jaylen Brown.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Now Giddey. Vucevic setting the pick for Giddey. Rebounded by Brown.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's Pritchard. Fires the 3. Sinks the triple. And the Celtics lead by 19.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Now here's Giddey. And Vucevic kicks to Giddey. Vucevic a screen on Pritchard. Giddey no good.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
Brown with a screen on Giddey. There's the lob to Brown. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And that's something that should really get Brown going. Alley-oops like that really help the momentum.
And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Vucevic. Out to the wing. Okoro passes to Vucevic. And Boston with the rebound. Queta's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Celtics.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous 2 games with.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Jaylen Brown.
And he's been a well-oiled machine on offense, keeping things simple on this end, getting the looks that he wanted, knocking them down.
Now here's Brown. He's guarded closely. Wide outside. Shoots. And again with the rebound. He hauls in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
substitution on the court.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Now let's send it over to Allie LaForest on the sideline with our player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Thank you very much. Jalen, you had it going. Can you talk about the confidence you had tonight?
I'm just trying to continue to show people what I can do, continue to get better. It's a long journey. It's a process. I still got a long way to go and a lot to learn, so I'm going to just keep going up.
It's all part of the journey. Thanks, Jalen.
As always, Allie, we appreciate it. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForest, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us on this presentation from 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Jaylen Brown.